In the aftermath of the assassination of Charlie Kirk, Fox News host Greg Gutfeld had an idea. And he said that this feels professional. He acknowledges we don't really know anything about who did this or why, but it feels professional. I want to play this clip for you and then talk about it.
It's interesting. We don't know who did this, but I do know it doesn't help the left, which makes me think, is it the left? I don't know. We don't know, but it feels professional. That's all it feels to me, you know?
I appreciate that Gutfeld recognizes it certainly doesn't help the left to go and assassinate Charlie Kirk. And of course, I would argue it doesn't help anybody. But Gutfeld is right. And you just have to look on Twitter to recognize that now MAGA is declaring open season on the left, even at this point, before we know anything about the shooter, the motives of the shooter, or anything about it. But I want to talk a little bit about Gutfeld's idea that this feels professional. Obviously, this is just like a vibe. There's no evidence here. There's nothing about that. But a number of personal contacts texted me about this and said, "There's, the shooter, such a perfect shot from so far away, and then immediately blended in and just kind of like disappeared. It feels professional." I think the first thing to say is like, it's not that rare in the sense that the Trump shooter, right? I mean, he was off by a couple inches in terms of killing Trump, but he got Trump in the ear from a similar distance, and that guy was not a professional. And so first and foremost, like, what do we really mean by that? Is it because of what happened after the shooting, or is it like the gunshot itself? I don't know. Professional can mean a lot of different things. And I think professional starts to get conspiratorial in the sense of, I have one friend who said, I believe X country orchestrated this and they hired a hit person and they did it for this reason. I'm not even going to repeat it because I don't want to put that out there. There's no evidence of it. But that's what some people think when they mean professional. It's a hitman. Professional can also just mean like, this is a person who I'm not even going to mention what their job would be, but maybe they were trained in long distance firearms in their former profession or something like that. And so it technically would make them a professional at shooting, but that doesn't mean that they were hired or it's a hitman or whatever. I do find it interesting that Gutfeld hesitated on the blame the left stuff by identifying that it doesn't really serve the left. And I think that that's interesting. But what I think this is a broader preview of is this kind of early evidence-based theorizing. And my prediction, I'm going to double check right now just to see if as of this moment we know anything. We have just found out that the ammunition was engraved with transgender anti-fascist ideology. Okay, so it's looking more like we are zeroing in on the political orientation of the perpetrator. I expect that even after we get a full official story and accounting of what happened here, I expect that the conspiracy theorizing is going to continue.